Today's I have taken from the Gospel of St. John. It is part of Jesus' teaching on the vine and the branches, where Jesus invites each person to abide in him. Gospel of St. John, chapter 15, verses 10 and 11. Jesus says, "If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my own joy may be in you and your joy be complete." My dear prayer warriors, a couple of things strike me from these verses that we just heard. First of all, Jesus gives an important teaching about understanding and living the commandments given to each one of us. Jesus says, if we keep his commandments, then we will remain in his love. So it would mean that unless we do what Jesus commands us to do, we will not be in his circle of love. And to understand this, he also gives his own example when he says, I have kept my Father's commandments and so remain in his love. This seems to be very challenging. But isn't this the beauty of our relationship with Jesus? If we truly love him, won't we, as his followers, do what he commands us to do? The reason why sometimes our following of Jesus Christ becomes lukewarm or shallow is because the intensity of our love for him has either diminished or has been compromised. So remaining in Jesus requires of us to truly and faithfully follow his commandments. Secondly, these verses speak to us about another very important aspect of every person's life, which is the need to be a joyful person. The prerequisite for this joy is following the commandments of Jesus. So Jesus says, I have told you about remaining in me and following my commandments so that your joy may be complete. Each of us knows very well that true happiness or joy doesn't come from anything outside of us. We have to choose and desire to be happy and joyful from within. Father John Powell, in his book, Happiness is an Inside Job, asserts that every person has to discover his or her happiness from within. Jesus gives each of us a way to experience this true joy. He says, follow and live my commandments, and you would be a joyful person. And it will be a joy which is complete. We all know our lives have so many challenges, so many moments of sorrow and difficulties. But if there is a sense of Jesus within, then the value of joy can never be taken away from us, even when we are facing troubles or sickness or sorrows. And remember a final thought of Jesus who says, if you keep my commandments, then my joy will be in you. Isn't that something we are all longing for? To have the heavenly joy of Jesus Christ in our lives. It is possible for you and me, provided we remain attached to Jesus Christ and steadfast in following his commandments. Dear prayer warriors, let us inherit this joy which Jesus gives to us so freely.